Hey guys, Blonde Asino or Toxic Hazer here, and today I am going to be. I know a lot of other people do this, but I just like to give my own take on them. I'm going to be reviewing the new monsters that came out: Siegfried, Garuda, Nezha. I didn't even. Whatever. And Medusa. All right. Ooh, did she turn into something cool? Ooh, that's pretty cool actually. Stheno. All right. Anyways, I guess I'll start with Siegfried. Siegfried is a fire attacker. He has actually, if I remember correctly, one of like the highest, or is that Garuda? I remember one of them had like the highest base attacks in like the game or something like that. I could be wrong. I remember it was pretty ridiculous though. I think it was fire. I think it was fire Siegfried. I could be wrong. Anyways, um, ooh, pretty cool actually. Yeah, 4,000 attack at level 8, at level 60 at Evo 3. Very insane. Anyways, his skills are morale boost for 30% and the elemental edge. Elemental edge, one of the most insane skills when coupled with morale boost. Basically, oh, I forgot to mention his variant leader. 45% increase attack rate, defense in clan battles. Right. All right. So this guy's honestly just like he's a beast. Let me put it that way. All right. For Titans, he's not going to be as good. He'll still be all right, but his lack of survivability makes him really vulnerable in Titans. For PvE, if you stick a siphon set on him, he'll be ridiculous in clearing areas really quickly because he'll probably be able to get off his shit in the first turn, his AOE in the first turn because of his siphon and insane base attack. So he'll be good for clearing story mode stages fast with a siphon set, that is. But other than that, what's it called? In PvP, I think that's where he'll really shine. If you put this guy on your PvP offense, you're like, if you just put like say a fire pebble with him to tank some blows, you're just gonna destroy things. I'm really looking forward to try to put my fire Indra that I have that's gonna be Evo 3 soon with a fire Siegfried. Siegfried on offense. I want to see how that works out. On PvP defense, I think he's really lackluster though. Just for the base, just because even look when you compare him to something like a Fire Indra 2, like actually his stats are like 200 defense though is not comparable to like 4K HP in my opinion. Fire Indra's just as like a little bit tankier than him, does a little bit less damage, but the 3-star skill on Fire Indra is like his 5-star skill, so you don't have to actually like charge it up. Whereas for this guy on PvP defense, you're really gonna need to charge up your 5-star skill, and that can take some time where they'll just like kind of like, I guess, burst you down in a way. He could be viable. I could be wrong, but that's just my first impression. So pretty much like bad PvP defense, great PvP offense, not that great in Titans, and great for clearing story mode. Golems, I guess he could be of use in Golems. I could see him there. Anyways, next up is Water Siegfried. Okay, this guy is, how do I put this? This guy's not that great. Let's be honest here. Like 80% for 2 saps for 1 turn. That's a pretty bad 3-star skill. Like that's comparable to like a Water Yuki maybe or something like that. 5-star, 80% seal for 1 turn. Like the seal for 1 turn. The 1 turn is getting to me because I don't understand why this is for one. Like look, I'll compare this again to Fire Indra. Look at this. 70% chance for 2 turns. Like that's way better than 80% for 1 turn. Like 80% for 1 turn is completely lackluster. This guy is honestly pretty much just a joke anywhere. I guess you could use him on PvP defense, but I mean that's a worst come to worst scenario. Like this unit is farmable. It's a 5-star monster that's farmable. This guy's 100% just food for fire. I guess. Anyways, I'll move on to this actually. Wood Siegfried, tank with a 60% chance for a 3-turn defense down, an 80% chance to stun the enemy for 1 turn on 5-star. This guy's pretty good for PvP defense in my opinion. Honestly, like I think he's a better version of Wood Leo, and he is farmable still. so that's great. I think Water Siegfried is going to be fodder for both of these. I'm planning on making both of these Evo 3 actually. Eventually, obviously, it's going to take a while, but eventually I'll make them both Evo 3. Yeah, this guy's overall solid unit. I story mode farming, not so much. Titans, it would be very hard. I don't see him being used in Titans, honestly. The reason I don't see him being used in Titans is because this is such a low chance on his 3-star, and his 5-star is utterly useless for Titans. So I think it's just not a good unit to use in Titans. PvP defense, for sure use him. PvP offense, I think he could work. So basically, I think this guy's a PvP monster. Moving on to Light Siegfried. Yeah, so this is a Titans monster. I don't think I have to say anything else. This guy, it's gonna suck everywhere else. The skill is Courageous Strike is literally only for Titans. This guy is literally just a Titans unit. Great unit for Titans, but you know, that's all he's good for. Dark Siegfried, it's a defense aggressor. If we look at the stats, let's look at the stats, okay? So Siegfried, you'll be able to Evo 3. Let's put it that way. You'll be able to Evo 3 one Siegfried pretty easily. Let's look at his 6-star stats. 6-star Evo 3, 3.8k base defense. Let's look at Light Nike's base defense at Evo 3 at level 60. I'm really liking this new Astro Guide thing. That's really cool. Yeah, 3.3k. So that's 500 base defense. Plus, if you're looking at what's it called? If you're looking 500 base defense and you're putting 3 defense gems on him, that's actually more like not even just 500. It's like almost 2k extra defense. I think Dark Siegfried's pretty good. Obviously, it's gonna have the same uses as Light Nike. Now moving on, we're gonna talk about Garuda, the bird guy that no one liked, even though, ooh, this guy looks kind of cool. I wish that we had Garuda instead of Siegfried, honestly. Mostly because Siegfried kind of resembles Indra in a way, and I already have my Evo 3 Fire Indra, but that's okay. So Fire Garuda. Garuda's variant skill, first off, 25% crit rate in clan battles, pretty decent. 100% seal for 2 turns, so worst version of water nightmares. So that's kind of a letdown. And then 70% chance to stun the enemy for 1 turn. You can consider that better or worse than water nightmares. I think this guy's viable use is just PvP. He's pretty much just going to blow anywhere else. He can be pretty good on defense and offense for PvP. In my opinion, I think Water Nightmare is still better, but he is a different type than Water Nightmare, and it is a kind of wood-heavy-centric meta, in my opinion, so I think he could work out in PvP. Moving on to Water Garuda, attacker. Water Garuda honestly, he seems like one of the better units, in my opinion. An 80% chance of reducing defense for 2 turns, and he has Elemental Edge on his 5-star skill, which basically gives him elemental advantage over everything. I liked Water Garuda. A defense down on attacker is both good and bad. The reason it's good is because obviously you want the attacker to do damage, but the reason it's bad is because you kind of want that extra damage to come from another unit, and it kind of seems like a little bit of a waste of a 3-star skill. But at the same time, I don't mind it. I think this guy is going to be really strong on PvP offense and really strong for Titans, because both his skills are pretty good for Titans. 80% is nothing to scoff at, but I don't think he'll be good on PvP defense because his 3-star skill is pretty wasted, in my opinion. As a defense unit, he'll get bursted down with only getting like a defense down off, if even that. On offense, I think he'll be okay though. And probably in story mode too, or I don't want to say in story mode. I want to say in golems he could be pretty good. Dragons obviously as well. Next, moving on, we got Wood Garuda. Wood Garuda's skills are 100% chance of 20% of his own HP, so like a Wood Mona. And Courageous Strike, the one for Titans. So basically, this guy's a Titans unit too. Nothing else he's good for. Sorry if you get Wood Garuda. Next one is Light Garuda. Attacker with 80% shock for 2 turns and a Predator. So this guy is, it's like a, I don't know if it's a better version of a Water Garuda, but I like it more than Water Garuda. I think this guy has some potential, and that I think it's going to be the same uses as Water Garuda, except not Titans. I would say that this guy is bad in Titans because Titans can't get shocked. Titans can get defense down. They cannot get shocked. So basically, only PvP offense for this guy. That being said, he's an insanely strong unit for PvP offense, as shock is ridiculously OP. It's a two-turn? It's a two-turn shock on 80% chance. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. Alright. Ooh, that looks really cool. Anyways, moving on. Dark Garuda. Elemental Edge. So, yeah, I mean, it's a balanced unit, has elemental advantage over everything. And then we see the new skill, Blind. This skill is I'm gonna be quite honest here, okay? This skill is worthless, okay? Like, it's actually just worthless. I'm sorry, but Dark Garuda is a pretty worthless light dark unit just because of this skill. It only has one skill. It only has a 3-star skill. And it's a balanced unit. Like, who cares about critical hit ratio? Like, it's so niche that it's just not a good thing to have. And I think that's what makes it bad. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that this unit is not going to be very good on it. It's pretty much the next Trashiva. Alright. Next unit we have on the list is Nezha. Nezha is a tank. What is her 3-star? Ooh, that looks pretty. That looks really cool. Anyways. 60% chance for attack down. 60% chance for defense down. Defense down's only 1 turn. Good for Titans. Decent for PvP defense. Not great, though. I wouldn't say it's great for PvP defense. I think that, like, Fire Yaksha is way better if you're trying to go for a PvP defense unit that's like a fire defender. Yeah, it's all right. I wouldn't say it's anything special, though. Unfortunately. Oh, wait. What other uses? I see, yeah, pretty much just PvP defense and Titans. You're not going to find much use for it other than that. Next up is Water Nezha. Water Nezha, we get the blind again, and it's only a 60% chance for a blind, 60% chance for attack down too. I guess this one could be good in Titans. Just because it has the attack down, as I said in my Titans video, it's pretty well sought after. It's hard to get, and I think that attack down is still really useful for Titans, so the only use I can see for it is Titans. Other than that, this one's completely useless. Next unit, Wood Nezha. Attacker, which is a little bit... This is like a Wood Bolt Wing. Not like Wood Arthur, because Wood Arthur is 100% of the damage dealt. This one is not. And it has a 60% chance for a 1-turn seal. I don't like this unit. I think that it's just... the 1-turn seal keeps getting to me. It's only 60% chance for a 1-turn seal. The active just seems really bad. I don't like it at all. I think the only like viable use is possibly like Golem's B7, just using it at an Evo 2 stage maybe. If you're like a newer player, other than that, not really that good. Next up is Light Nezha. Bad unit, blind on 3-star, sap on a 5-star. I'm so sorry for you if you get this out of a light dark egg. I really am. Like, this is just... It's not a good unit. Alright, next... God, I feel so shitty saying that, because, like, there might be someone watching this that actually got that, and they're, like, super happy about it, and they come to see my opinion on it, and I just completely shit-talk their unit. Alright. Anyways. Nezha. Dark Attacker. So this one is like Wood Arthur, because it has the word greatly in it, which means that it restores HP for 100% of the damage dealt. And it has a defense down on the 5-star. This is a pretty good unit. This is a pretty damn good unit. Titans, really good. Defense down, and it has a self-heal. Let's see, where else is this good? PvP offense. Not PvP defense. It will probably get bursted by some light monsters. That's okay, though. Not the end of the world. I guess you could use it at Evo... Let me check its stats at Evo 3, level 60. Because... Alright, it has 22 and 2.4. Let's check Wood Arthur. I always like comparing things to Wood Arthur. 28 and 2.4. I mean, I guess you could use this on PvP defense, honestly. You probably could. I would say as a hidden monster, I think this would be okay as PvP defense. Anyways, good for story mode as well. not story mode, sorry, golems, dragons, and PvP and titans. So this is just a great all-around unit in my opinion. I actually kind of hope I get one of these. Next up we have the Medusas. Alright, Medusa, personally, I'm a little bit biased in this. I don't like Petrify. I think it's a really bad skill to have. 60% chance especially on both of these for one turn. Not a fan of that at all. Water Medusa, next up. Oh, sorry, I should have explained the variant skill. It's increased recovery of that type of monster. For when I say type, I mean element, sorry. Anyways, Water Medusa, 80% chance of sleep for one turn and 60% chance of thirst. Not a fan of this one either. It just seems like I'm really not a fan of sleep either. Like sleep, saps, and petrifies. I don't really like them that much. I don't see this being of very much use anywhere, unfortunately. Next up, we have Wood Medusa. Wood Medusa. Sap for 3 turns, okay, I guess. Blind, again, not a fan of Blind. Blind seems pretty worthless to me. I'm going to have to say that all 3 of the Wood, Fire, and Water of the next rebirth, I'm assuming this is the next rebirth, I'm going to have to say all 3 of those are pretty damn bad, like... Alright, anyways, we're going to move on to Light. Light is an attacker! 100% crit rate, like Dark Nike, and it has Elemental Edge. This is a great unit. Now, you might want to run Intuition. Your first instinct might be to run Intuition. I'll obviously put this in the gem set, but I would definitely run Ruin on her just because of her 5-star skill. This is going to be, I think this has a lot of potential to be a good unit. We'll have to see how it plays out, of course, but it is looking good. Alright, last up we have the Dark Medusa. Dark Medusa has Blind on her 3-star skill and Attack Down on her 5-star skill. Although I do like Attack Down, I think that the Blind... Oh, wait, sorry. What am I doing? I think that the Blind on the 3-star, I'm honestly just not a fan of that. I don't think I can really get behind this unit. I think the only Medusa actually worth training is a Light Medusa. Unfortunately for this month's rebirth, but I like how they're trying to integrate new skills. Unfortunately, I don't think this one is very good. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a comment below on what you want to see next. I'll try to make it happen. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Peace out.